Hi, good morning, and thank you for joining me today. I hope you're having a great day. Today, I want us to understand freedom. What does freedom means to you? It's a tricky question, but look in your own life, your own family members, your own circumstances, finances, job, everything connected to your life. And what does freedom really means to you? This is really a good reflection question that we can always ask for us to reevaluate ourselves. Are you really living with freedom? Are you bounded to many things and you still think that you have a freedom? Now, let's say, for example, for whatever the reasons, you didn't have a good circumstances from the time you grown up, and then we do have a lot of people in that circumstances. And then let's say, for example, someone else helped you, given a hand while you are helpless, or your family members are helpless, and someone helped you or assisted you for, let's say, 10, 15 years, for whatever the reasons, with the good intentions, let's say, for example. However, now, when you get back on your own feet, as you grow up, as your family grow up, does that entire family who supported you in those years still have authority on you? Or you are still bounded by their pamperingness, thinking that whatever they think is the best for you, rather than you taking your decisions based on whatever is fitting at your life? Do you think that is called freedom giving given by someone else to your family? Even though you're free. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but you are still bounded by the circumstances created by the people who supported you at a certain point of time. Now, let's say, for example, the same freedom we look at our family, your own family. That's that one instance. The second instance I want you to understand is that the financial freedom. What is a financial freedom really means to you? Are you stuck in many things which is surrounded or bombarded requirements or desires thrown to you by your family members? Let's say you are only the breadwinner for like 4 or 5 family members, you are the one who is dealing with. But on top of that, you are taking a lot of debts. Every day, whatever you make is not getting enough, so that you always go and borrow or find a ways to use your credit cards and so on and so forth. Is that a freedom for you? Even though you're free, you're working somewhere in a wonderful job, excellent. When you go up, you show that you have a lot going on in your plate. But when you look at your family circumstances and that's where you are, do you really got a freedom? Ask some questions and you will definitely get an answer. Having said that, freedom is your own individual choice. Now, there's a wonderful audio which I come across a couple of days back. How do you define yourself as a rich or poor man? When your income is below your desires, it doesn't matter you make 100 rupees, $100, 1,000 rupees, $1,000, $10,000, $100,000. If your income is below your desires, you are a rich man. It doesn't matter you can make a $1 million today. If your income is above your desires, you will always stay entangled and then stay poor. Period. So it's a very simple way of understanding also, are you living a freedom? I mean, I think any country you take, most of the time, no one is ruling anyone at the point of time. Everyone has a freedom. But do you, as a person, as an individual, do you have a freedom to do whatever you wish to pursue in your life? Irrespective of the circumstances you may be going through, yeah, financial difficulties, many people have it, we still go through. But again, the desires has to be below your financial generation, what you have at this point of time. $100 to $1 million, whatever it may be, $100 million, whatever it may be. But if that is above your input, the outgoing is too much. There's simple basic law, but then not many people seems to understand, because looks like using credit cards is a common thing. Taking a debt is just a common thing because you're getting it for free. Don't forget that nothing comes in this world for free. Even the family and the first point which I had mentioned, the family trying to help you has some intention, something down the line they're going to take advantage of you. Remember that. Nothing in this world is free. There's no free lunch. If someone is trying to do something, a very rare person, you will find that those who don't have any motives, they just genuinely wanted to help, but that person you find it, never let them go in your life. This is much I can tell because trust me, I never find anyone. I'm 44 so far. Person that had no intention but genuinely want to help you. I'm not saying I'm one of them, but however, you need to find there might be someone down the line you're going to meet, or someone, some close friend, close relative, close person that who really wants you to grow and help. But if someone is drawing your boundaries, be it in a family members, friends, at the job, work cycle, whatever, that means you are not having any freedom by whatsoever it means to you. Though you may say that you have a great job, but then you're bounded by something else if you don't control what's happening around you. And nothing comes in this world for free, and then no one does anything without expecting down the line somewhere a help. And then, yeah, as I said, maybe one or two instances you might find, but you're still bounded by what they might think if I go beyond. No, you didn't ask for the help. This help came in a different form. Well, take that as a positive sign. At the same time, respect for what they have done. If necessary, you can pay back. If it is necessary, you can respect them in a different ways. But if they're putting you circumstances and boundaries for you not to move ahead, that means they really don't want you to see grow for better ways. Or whatever they think is a better is definitely not the way you might be thinking. Or maybe whatever they think is better for you is certainly not helping because they might be thinking, like say 20 years back down the line, how they used to think. But then say, for example, now the world is so fast-paced that you understand what's happening around. Maybe you have a much enlarged vision as we grow, and then that doesn't really match. But then you need to step up and say, hey, you know what? This is what my freedom looks like, and then that's how I want to pursue. And once again, in terms of finances, it doesn't matter what you make. You can always stay rich if you keep your desires below your means. If the desires is for $100,000 and then you make $10,000, trust me, you are poor because you're going to take debts based on whatever. Maybe the family asking you to do this, do that. Let's buy a house because it's too much living in a rental houses. Or as they say, let's buy a car. This car is not working, so you pay. You go for a debt. Debt is free nowadays. But don't forget, nothing comes for free. You pay interest almost the double over the period of time where you lose your life. There's no freedom again, right? So try to understand the freedom. Give your thoughts, and do leave comments and thoughts. I just picked up financial, and then I just picked up some of the relationship and close family members, how they can bound you in case if you come up in those difficult situations on those early days. But never too late to step back and say, look within you. No one is putting boundaries on you because you have a freedom to choose what you want to choose. But at the same time, have that guts, expand your knowledge, and go out outside in the world and say what's happening around. There is so much thing that you can do and offer help in a way that people have a lot of problems. You can find a solution, and then you still can make money out of those solutions. So that's how any businesses works around the world if you closely look into it. So service to the others, solving the problems will definitely create income generation for you. That's what we do when we go to work. You're selling your time in order to get the money. Nothing is coming for free. So you're technically taking your time step by step. Yes, it is necessary, it is needed for you, but then at the same time, have time for yourself to understand or review yourself to see where you stand. Do you really have a freedom to choose what you want to choose or do what you want to do without anyone putting a boundaries on you? And that's pretty much called freedom. But if you have boundaries, knowing or unknowingly, you're bounded by something, you never have a freedom. And then I hope this video will help you to reevaluate yourself and see what it means to have your own individual freedom, irrespective of the odds. And then when you look and reflect yourself, I guarantee you find some answers. Are you really having a freedom? Are you bounded by so many circumstances and a life situation which is thrown at you at this point of time? Thanks for watching Abdul Habs.